How you doing, folks? Cincinnati Clad King coming at you today. As you know, I also call myself the Cincinnati Auction King, and today I'm going to be sharing some graded sports cards with you that I purchased from Four Sharp Corners, is an organization I heard about on YouTube, and they have great prices for PSA graded cards. So I want to share those with you, what I purchased. So have about 40 50 cards that I purchased, and we'll take a look at them. Like everybody else, I collected baseball cards when I was a kid, and I believe the market has been ruined with so many companies, so many cards produced. It's not like back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And even up to the 80s, it wasn't too bad. But when we hit the 90s, all these companies came out and cards was produced in mass quantities. And so the card market is really not an area that you want to get into to hope to make money in the future on. But I think one area that's still not necessarily untouched, but graded cards at certain players will still bring you a profit. So I purchased these cards in the hope kind of renew my childhood and also to possibly resell on eBay. So without further ado, let's open up a couple boxes. As you can see here, they've never been opened. Mailman just dropped these off. And I'm going to open them live and we're going to go through the cards together. Also, I'll give you the price of what I paid for these. So let's cut this open. There's another box inside here. As you can see, and my card should be inside there. So let's take them out. We have a stack here. All right, let's start with the first one. As you can see, this is a Derek Jeter 2000 Upper Deck. It's PSA graded Gen Mint 10. And I'm not sure, let me see what this card cost me. I'll look it up in a second, but I don't think it was that much. So let's set that there. Next one is also a 1990 Upper Deck George Brett. I shouldn't say also. It's a 1990 George Brett. It's Gen Mint 10 PSA. Nice card. And I got that graded 10. This is a 2000 Upper Deck, another Derek Jeter. Beautiful card. And that's also a Gen Mint 10. And I really like that card also. All right, let's stand up here now. Let's not cause trouble. All right. Next one is another Derek Jeter's, a 1997 score. It's also Gen Mint 10. Nice card. And hopefully you guys see those pretty good. As you can see, the theme here has got a lot of Derek Jeters right now because In a couple years, he'll be going in the Hall of Fame, and I think his cards are going to be worth more. Here's a Gent Mint 10. This is Topps. I guess it's pronounced Atax. Gent Mint 10, and it's very nice. Another Derek Jeter. All right. And here's Larry Bird. Larry Bird, Larry Bird, of course, was a great basketball player for the Boston Celtics. This is a Gen Mint 9, and I think just to get a Bird or a Magic or a Jordan graded is something I want to have in my collection or something I attempt to resell. So it's a great card, 20 or 27, so I must have did a series on him like Upper Deck normally does. Here's another Larry Bird, 1992, Upper Deck, and I believe it's from the same series, but it's another Gen Mint 10. I'm sorry, Gen Mint 9. I'll get it straight. It's a 9. It's not a Gen Mint, but it's a Mint 9. Here's another Derek Jeter, 2003 Victory. And it's a Gen Mint 10. This is a combination card. You got Jim Rice, and you got Rusty Staub, and a couple other folks, John Denny. This is a Mint 10, 1984 top sticker. And I mainly got it for Jim Rice. He's a Hall of Famer. Nice card. Sit that here. And the next one, Mike Smith, 1989 Classic, is a Gen Mint 10. Again, Mike Smith was somebody you want to get as far as a graded card. He's a Hall of Famer. Great baseball player. And another Hall of Famer, Eddie Murray, not Murphy, Eddie Murray. This is a Gen Mint 10 also, 1984 Drakes. Another nice card. And another player you want to be able to get graded on, another Hall of Famer. And it's a 10. Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, O-Pee-Chee. This is a near mint 8, but it's a 1982, and it's a Reggie Jackson, and I'm happy with getting that in my collection or getting a purchase. All right, another Larry Bird, 1981 Skybox. This is a Gen Mint 10. Great card. Tell you what, the three players, I'm a little bit older, so I'm back with Jerry West, I'm back with Elgin Baylor, I'm back with Wilt Chamberlain, I'm back with Dr. J, but the next group that came up, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and of course Michael Jordan. Those three players brought the NBA back, even to where it is right now. Nice card. And we have another Derek Jeter. Again, he'll be going in the Hall of Fame soon. He's definitely a Hall of Fame player with over 3,000 hits. Great shortstop for the Yankees. And you just have to get him in your collection. And we have another Larry Bird. This is 1991 Skybox, similar to the other card over here. And as you can see, very nice card, but it's a 10. And it's another Larry Bird. This is Darryl Strawberry. Again, back in the day, he was one of the best ball players for 6, 7, 8 year period. Can do everything. Hit, run, hit with power and feel. He had what they call the 5 skills. And got himself in a little trouble, I believe, with alcohol and drugs. And at this point, he doesn't get the recognition he deserved. But Darryl Strawberry was a great player for a while there. And this is 1984. This is a mint 9, but a good card and something I wanted to have in my collection. All right, the next card is a George Brett 1989 Classic. It's a Gen Mint 10, and George Brett is another one that I wanted to have in my collection. Great hitter, great player, and I believe also a Hall of Famer. All right. And this is a Jim Rice, 1986, Star Rice Jim Best. This card, of course, came from some type of perforated collection, but it was still rated a Gen Mint 10. Nice card to have. Jim Rice is another great player that was a great player for at least a 10, 12-year period. He played longer than that, but a great player for 10 to 12 years. And this is another Gen Mint 10. All right, these are the cards from my first box opening. And let's talk about the prices. So all the cards you just seen here, I paid a total of $124, and I think it's well worth it. So if you kind of add that up, 19 cards, you divide 124 by 19. Let's round it up to 20 cards by $124. So you're only looking at probably about $6.50 each on average. And I think that's a great buy. Okay, folks, we're going to do a second video because I don't want the one video to run so long. So what you just seen is going to be part 1, and the next one, which has probably 3 times as many cards in it, will be part 2. So I'll get back with you and we'll look at part 2 together. Okay, folks, we're going to do a second video because I don't want the one video to run so long. So what you just seen is going to be part 1, and the next one, which has probably 3 times as many cards in it, will be part 2. So I'll get back with you and we'll look at part 2 together.